estimated $2.2 billion project will completely wipe down all these trees along the 3-mile stretch that goes from Bethesda all the way to Silver Spring, leaving a lot of residents without a place for relaxation. Since 1933, students at the University of Maryland have held a tradition where they rub his nose and give him offerings such as these for good luck. But this year, everyone's luck may just have turned into ashes. The local Spanish radio station called El Sol, or the Sun, sponsored the event with a live cumbia band, teaching people to dance and teaching people just what this little instrument here can do. But the problem is that the 4th largest arena in the ACC is almost never full.
Welcome to this edition of Terrapin Timeout. We have a great show in store for you. I'm Marquise Goodwin.
And I'm Deicy Campos. Marquise, yes, we do have a great show for all of you guys today. Let's start with one female star athlete who not only runs on the track, but she also runs on the soccer field. And everyone is asking who is going to be this year's MVP. The battle between LeBron James and Kevin Durant has been fun to watch. Yes, Marquise, and it's one of the most unique sports on campus that you've never seen before. Tim Jackson has our story. Thanks, Tim. That was an interesting story, don't you think, Marquise?
Yeah, Daisy, I actually never knew that. And now we move on to the rugby field,
where Maryland looks to do big things this year. Last night at Citi Field, they took on the New York Mets, winning 5-1. The game was pretty intense as they were tied at the 4th inning. Well, those are some interesting stories, don't you think?
Yes, they were, Daisy, and that wraps it up for this edition of Terrapin Timeout. I'm Marquise Goodwin.
And I'm Deicy Campos.
We'll see you next time.
Every day, dozens of people use the Capitol Crescent Trail, from runners to bicyclists. Even mothers walk their children here daily.
I'm here every day, walking every day.
But the busy trail may be headed towards a curve. Users like Joel Hirsch say a change in the metro system may run right through the neighborhood.
Well, the Purple Line project makes absolutely no sense to me. Any house that's fairly close is going to be affected, first off, by the construction, which has to be huge, and then by the noise of a lot of these light rail trains a few hundred feet from where we live.
The estimated $2.2 billion project will completely wipe down all these trees along the 3-mile stretch that goes from Bethesda all the way to Silver Spring, leaving a lot of residents without a place for relaxation.
Capitol Crescent Trail is 11 miles long, and the section between Bethesda and Silver Spring is scheduled to be deforested.
A.J. Bott is president of Friends of the Capitol Crescent Trail.
It's a park, it's a beautiful park, and we don't have a lot of green space left, and we're fighting to keep it.
The Capitol Crescent Trail is the most heavily used trail in Maryland.
It has a million visitors a year. Everybody's got stressful lives. We need a place to just sort of sit back and breathe some fresh air.
The Maryland Transit Authority says there will be a trail a few feet from the proposed train line. But for people who live here, they say they're losing the only place they can go to relax. From Maryland News. Finals week at the University of Maryland is a crucial week for thousands of students, from final projects, final papers, to final exams. Sleep is just not an option.
Sleep? I can't even remember the last time I slept during finals. I always rely on coffee, energy drinks, and testudo to get me through the night.
Since 1933, students at the University of Maryland have held a tradition where they rub his nose and give him offerings such as these for good luck. But this year, everyone's luck may just have turned into ashes.
Yeah, the offerings were crazy, 2 days ago they had a Christmas tree, and it's sad that Testudo was on fire.
According to the University Authority, the school mascot was set on fire late Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning.
I was there when it happened at 1 a.m. and the offerings were in bright orange flames.
Although the 300-pound bronze terrapin may have suffered from the burns, students were quick to put on the paramedic hat. Testudo was patched up with Band-Aids, surrounded with medicine bottles, orange juice, and even lotion to soothe his burns.
Everybody loves Testudo, man. We should be taking better care of him.
University officials say this may have been accidental, but investigation is still underway. For Maryland Newsline Monday, I'm Deicy Campos. Maryland says goodbye to the Atlantic Coast Conference, hello to the Big Ten. Maryland President Dr. Wallace Lowe says the move is financially driven. But how exactly is this going to affect sports on the field? Maryland soccer has been known as the powerhouse these past few years. And in a phone interview, several players agreed it would not damage their elite status. Nonetheless, they will have to get used to matches in colder climates. Head coach Surovsky will continue to sign top recruits, but coaches of Maryland's third signature sport, lacrosse, fear a conference swap might jeopardize the school's recruiting identity.
We're only joining 3 teams, and even if we had Maryland, Rutgers, still only going to be 5 teams, not enough to be considered an official D1 sport by Big Ten standards.
Men's lacrosse fears it may vanish, but Terp fans are more concerned that Beat Duke will no longer be heard at Byrd Stadium nor at the Comcast Center.
It sucks because I'm a sophomore and I was getting used to the whole Duke rivalry, but now that we're moving to the Big Ten, there's no more Duke rivalry, so it's kind of gonna be hard to let that go.
Bittersweet feeling for me. Very unfortunate. All our rivalries with Duke and UNC.
But the move to the Big Ten is really a move for money.
For football, it's a better exposure. We're going to be on the Big Ten network, so there's definitely going to be more people watching us, and that means more money coming into the university for academics and athletics.
As this school year comes to an end, Maryland hopes the Big Ten will be big for them in all ways possible. But that is something we will have to see. For Terrapin Timeout, I'm Deicy Campos.